Amen, amen. Siyabonga bafundisi. So before you sit, please do not sit because we are closing. But in closing, I want to say this to you. We have heard the message about correcting the inner conversation. Yes? We have heard the message. But for me to you is a question. This woman suffered for 12 years until the day she decided to say to herself, I can't live like this anymore. Right? And the question I'm asking you, Guti, how long are you willing to bear with this situation you are in? How long are you willing to live the life that you know you don't want? And you are still there. You are continuing. Things will change when you change your mind about this situation, because your interpretation of what it is determines how you show up in front of the situation. So as you walk away today, ask yourself, how long am I willing to live the life that I'm living right now? Because there was no one who was telling her that she will not be healed. It was a conversation she was having with herself all along. So which means she was talking wrong things to herself, but only one slight change of conversation. Listen to what I'm going to say to you. The change of conversation she had with herself activated her healing. Did Jesus touch her? No. He did. He was not even aware. The story says he said, hey, who touched me? He had no idea. But because she was decided within herself, I am changing this situation. I cannot continue living a life of bleeding. How many people are bleeding today in their finances? You are bleeding in your family life. You are bleeding in your health. You are bleeding in your career. Say something different to yourself today. Change this story. You are the one who holds the power to change the direction of your life. It's not about what you have or what you don't have. It all starts within you. She had gone to the physicians all over, getting all people even using her as a case study. But one day she said, no man, I can't. It's enough. She has been comfortable in a very uncomfortable situation for the longest time. But I want you to decide today, look at your life, look at your marriage, look at your health, and ask yourself, how long are we willing to live this kind of life? How long are we willing to be living a life of fighting, arguing, turning our backs against each other, resentment, anger, pain, all of these things that are negative? You have to change that inner conversation. Because, as I always say to you, you are more than what you have become. Don't settle for the lesser version of you. There's a greater person in you. But activate. That person will only come up when you start talking to them differently. If you still see yourself as that child, owakhulele makaya, suffering, raped, and all of these ugly things, you are going nowhere. Very slowly. Because you are backwards in your approach. So I'm saying to you today, change the inner conversation. It's a daily practice. Pastor Bulela said it earlier. It's a daily practice. Practice it every day. Upunju can tell you, in my house, I correct every negative voice. Immediately, I don't wait. Once I hear Caesar saying, it's not fair. No, nothing is unfair. If I hear anything negative, I stop it right there and there, because you create with your words. Immediately. Guningi, no, nothing guningi. The only thing ending amandla kaNkulunkulu and nyangafuna. I'm not going to entertain negativity that is just taking me down and down and causing me to be less and less. No, when I'm angry, I walk away. Why must you walk away when you're angry? Deal with the matter. Sit here, let's talk. Where are we going, you and I? What do we want out of this life? What do we have these conversations. Baby, what do we want out of this marriage? It's been 19 years going to 20. What are we doing? What do we want to achieve? Where are we going as a couple? We talk about these things. We are changing the conversation daily, intentionally. But a lot of people are living a life with no intention. Uyaphila nje autopilot. Others, you are living like a general worker. You are not mastering anything. You are a general worker. Ulungisa ama pipe, ulungisa ama ceiling, ulungisa ama plug. You are just general everywhere. What is your life about? What's the mission of your life? Make the decision. Change the conversation within you. You are more than what you have become. Also, Jennifer, she amazed herself when she was able to say, now 100,000 locked in. She didn't win a lotto, but she changed the conversation and said, I'm going to change this. I'm going to fix my finances. And she worked on that. I watched a video, she said it. I managed to meet my target of 100,000. I made it. But on the other side, can I say it? I could not lose weight. I failed on that target. But listen to this. She says, but I asked myself, why did I win on this one and I didn't win on the other one? And she said, my why is weak on the weight loss. My why was stronger on my finances. So she was more intentional. There was more why she wants to achieve this. Now a question that I'm going to give you. Why did you come here? Why did you come here today? Change your why. Change the inner conversation. And your life will take a new direction. And listen to me, what happens is when you want to change your life, whether as an individual, whether as a couple, whether as whatever you are, forget the past. Release yourself from there. Because you can't change what happened. Release yourself and say, now that we are here today, Muntuani, what are we doing? What has been causing the state that we find ourselves in? Because some of us, we find ourselves, some of us, we put ourselves. Right? We put ourselves in situations and then you have no answer. That's why mina ngithi kini angifuni ukuchazela, don't explain. Tell me what put you here. So how can you fix it then? It is on you. So today as you leave, ask yourself, how long am I willing to bear with this unacceptable situation? I can see this thing is not right. And now it's August, right? We are wrapping up August. What are you wrapping up? You are letting things continue in front of you. That's why I said when Osisakile saw the video, you are the reason your life is like this. You are the reason why your marriage is in the situation it's in. It's not your mother-in-law. It's not your husband's mother. It's the two of you. Until you take accountability and say, hey, you know what? Let's wake up, man. Let's fix this. I've been trying to study in your failure. It's you. It's not a difficult course. It's you and your life. So make a decision. I am going to change certain things that I need to change. Don't be kind. Treat your life like a business. Business has no emotion. When you are too emotional, you cry about everything. And as man Khalil ngiba right, if I can just cry, I feel like, for what? You need to take drastic actions on certain things. Take steps and change your life. You can. You can change your life. That's why it's given to you. Your life is not given to your mother. Your life is not given to anybody. It's given to you. So you have everything it takes to turn this life around. Change that inner conversation. Correct it. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You are able and capable. We've been affirming here, isn't it? But do you believe in that? Do you believe in the affirmations that we've been sharing with you? You are the change maker. God will do for you what you can't do for yourself, my dear. There are things that are completely your responsibility and yours alone. And until you do those things, God will be just watching you. He'll be just watching you. I always share with you the story of Moses, right? Moses, he was crying at the sea. And God said, hey, I can't help you. What do you have in your hand? This is not I don't come there. You take the stuff you have and touch the water, but I gave it to you. And when you've been fasting 21 days, you've been fasting, I'm 40 days, 40 days, 40 nights, I'm fasting. I start the year in fasting. But some things don't need you to be fasting all the time. You need to take action. If you are faster, it's okay. Faster, but actor. Faster, take the decisions. Do whatever you need to do spiritually, but you are needed in the field. You must be there. So I'm saying to you, correct the inner conversation. Change your mind, sit down, restructure, plan, recommit, and let's go. And guys, I always say to you, like now, in corporate organizations, there's high pressure. But in December, we must meet this target. They are counting billions in 3 months. When I was 10,000 in 1 month, when they are talking billions. So I'm saying to you, take yourself and your life seriously. Stop being easy and timid. Stop being easy and timid, always finding pleasure and comfort in telling your painful story. You need to change. How long is the story going to change? Going to remain the same? When will it change? When will it be you are now telling us the story of greatness and success? When? It depends on you. Please tell the person next to you and say, we need to change. You need to change your correct the inner conversation. Hey, this person is laughing. Can you see what I'm doing? Tell them, correct the inner conversation. Okay, my dear friends. So that is the conversation we are bringing to you today in 2024 as we close the hashtag I Am Wow Women's Conference 2024, correcting the inner conversation. Go with this message and practice it. Whether you are a man or a woman, your success and your failure is an inside job. But you must decide, I'm going to win this one.